life is not fair, and sooner you really understand that it makes your life easier. You have to be the best version of yourself, not with other people. We are running at a different pace, Some people got a great hand, got in cards, they dealt with a great hand. Some people don't. That's how things are. But you work with what you have. The best version of yourself is pretty much what we're trying to achieve here. Hi, my name is Rawit Hanutsaha. I've been doing a podcast in Thai for many years, maybe 7 years already. I have thousands of episodes in this channel. But today I want to do something different. I would like to do it in English, right? So a little bit about me. My name is Rawit. I run a cosmetics company here in Thailand, and I also do a media company, which is the company that owns the podcast. I really enjoy doing the podcast, trying to update new things every day. So that's why I publish my podcast every single day. I also wrote 12 books as well. I also enjoy writing as well. That's a quick bio about me because this is quite an introductory episode in English version, if you will. All right. I have been thinking a lot about what I would be talking about today. So I just recently turned 45. So I guess, when you turn to a certain age, you should write something down, right? So I did. And then this is what I'm going to talk to you guys about today. The first thing is that I find out at this age, you cannot overindulge anything. So basically, I like drinking wine, right? And somehow in my subconscious mind, I associate drinking more wine with, more fun, per se, right? It might be true when you're younger. It's not true anymore these days because drinking too much wine gives you a bad hangover the day after or a bad night of sleep. So I think everything, it turns out to me that everything, either it's going to be something that you like chocolate or food or wine or, really everything. Don't overindulge anything and you'll be fine. So that's my first thing. I also trying to eat to my 90 or 80% limit of if 100% is what you are full at, like when you eat a meal, I try to drop that to 85 or 90%. Helps a lot with that weight control. The second thing is that the older you are, you kind of see that real linkage between your body, your mind, and your soul, right? So everything is kind of intertwined in a very mysterious way, I would say. So it works and it goes two ways as well. For example, if you feel down, you don't feel well, you don't feel upbeat, you're not going to want to go out for a run. But if you decide to go out for a run anyway, you push yourself to go out for a run, that feeling of sadness and stuff, it kind of goes away. So at this age, I pay a lot of attention to the food I ate. I try very much to avoid highly processed food, sugar, except in wine, of course. That's kind of another issue. I try to do my best to create a good sleep hygiene. I always have trouble with sleeping, but I try to do my best in all kinds of way. I meditate every day now. I also go on a meditation retreat. It's not like a retreat, in a nice place or anything like that. It's quite tough. If you would say, they take your phone and everything, and it's a kind of Buddhism retreat, if you will. So, but it's good. I think it's good for you. I'm gonna go another one next month. I also try to do a lot of analog things these days, right? In the age of AI and all those content, TikTok and stuff, I try to do a lot of analog things like writing in the book or in the journal, reading real books, stuff like that. I found it's very fulfilling. And I think when we take good care of this stuff like food, sleep, exercise, stuff like that, it kind of solves most of the difficulties in your life. Going exercise every day, I think it's very, very crucial to your happiness. I see that more and more. It's not just exercise, of course, but it's everything altogether. The other thing is that giving something to others it's really a good feeling, right? So, like I mentioned, I do podcasts every day, and my podcasts go with self development. I do current affairs sometimes. I do a lot of various stuff. I do book summaries every week. Once a week. I have people walk up to me like literally every day and tell me that my podcast changed their life. Sometimes they go on a marathon, or they change their job for a better one. They do something with their life, and they're thanking me for that. And I think this is very rewarding to me. I mean, I have two business, right? The cosmetic business is fine. I mean, it's a good business. It made a lot of money, but it's a business just like a normal one. But this one is also a business. It did made money, not as much as the other one, but it's very rewarding. I think I think me and my team as well, not just me. We kind of provide some value to our listeners every day. So I think I'm really thankful for that. For the opportunity that I have a chance to do this. It also helps me as well. I mean, a lot of time I feel depressed, I feel down. I remember that I have to, record the podcast every day. It's kind of like a checkpoint that cheers you up and then bring you to reality that you need to do this. So when the cameras is turned on, even though I have a sad face before, I'm gonna be smiling in front of camera. The fourth thing that I have learned is that at this stage of life, it's good to spend money on the things you really enjoy. Don't spend money on the things that you want to impress others. I think that is very obvious. If you like cars, for example, if you really, really enjoy the cars, like me, I like cars very much. I don't have a lot of cars, but I really, really like them. I mean, I read a lot about cars. I enjoy driving them, literally, stuff like that. On my busy days that I have a lot of work and I don't have time to drive the car, I need another mode of transportation. I still go down and kind of wipe my car in the morning. It's like you have a big toy, and it gave me peace in mind. And a lot of times, when I have trouble at work or trouble at anything, really, I just go out driving with no purpose, just driving, listen to songs, and turn down the windows. Great feelings. And I think it's so I don't really, if it's come to cars that I can't afford, I think it's worth of money. But sometimes I do bought stuff that I don't really enjoy it, but I just see other people have it, maybe in expensive watches and stuff. But I don't do that anymore. I mean, it doesn't worth it. I mean, money doesn't come easy, so right. So the ability to separate it, that really makes you enjoy your life, and those that you want to impress others, I think it's very crucial. I'm also gonna end up in this capitalism BS, right? Okay, the fifth one is that talking about money. At this age, 45, you really, really have to have an exit plan to everything that you want to do in your life, right? For your kids, your retirement, you have to do a really, really good calculation. And if the plans doesn't seem to work out yet at this stage of life, you have to come out with another plan real fast, because you don't have much time. I mean, this is what I feel about my plan. So, I mean, I have a plan that sounds solid enough, but I still have a second and third one, just in case something happens. The other thing is that, and this I learned a long time ago, but still gonna put it in here. Life is not fair, and sooner you really, really understand that, it makes your life easier. You have to be the best version of yourself, not with other people. We are running at a different pace. Some people got a great hand, got in cards. They dealt with a great hand. Some people don't. That's how things are. But you work with what you have. The best version of yourself is pretty much what we're trying to achieve here. The other thing is that the ability to separate that what you can control in life and what you cannot control in life, it's extremely crucial. A lot of times our sadness, our bad stuff, worrying, goes to what we cannot control, which is something we cannot do anything with. So you kind of waste time and energy on that. Talking about control, on the things you can control, it's not only action that you can control, like your habit is stuff that you can control, but it's also what you think about the situation as well. So the world kind of goes as it is, right? But the way we interpret the situation that happens to us is extremely crucial to the happiness that we have. Okay. The eighth one is that I do a lot of time management back in my days, but I think the most important things about management is not time, it's your energy. It's your energy level. So if you think about energy level in a day, right? You probably have maybe like 3-4 hours of your best energy level. It normally comes in the morning. So we really need to put important stuff in that window. So like, if you have a meeting with a client and you really need to close this project, try to make it in the morning, the times your energy is the highest. If you need to read something very important, maybe a contract, do that in the morning. So prioritizing stuff before, a night before, or even a week before, will help your days go much efficient. So you don't need to spend the whole day at the office. So you can leave the office at 6 and then go enjoy your life, do yoga or something. So, I guess the ability and the detail you put in trying to prioritize everyday's tasks and really knows what you need to do and what you don't need to do. It's very important. And as we all know that maybe we have 30 tasks a day, right? Only 3 of them gonna give you 90% of the output. So do those 3 first, and then the rest, you might not even need to do it. With our limited energy that we can put in stuff, it has to come up to match with the priority that we need as well. And the next one, right? This one is quite interesting. I used to ask my doctor when I go for a checkup. I asked my doctor that, in your opinion, as a doctor, right? What is the scariest disease you think a person can get? And I didn't expect the answer to be Alzheimer. And he explained that because Alzheimer kind of steals your memories. In his opinion, memories is the most precious things in life, especially when you look back on your deathbed. And I do agree with him from that perspective. So what I'm trying to say is that collect a lot of memories. You will collect memories when you be present at that particular thing. For example, if you play with your kids, it's going to be memories. If you put down your phone and really play with your kids, I guess that's what memories comes in. So in the moment, in the present moment of things you do, kinds of importance in this way as well, if you look at it. The next one is that be very careful who you do spend time with. People around us really influence how we think, how we view the world, how our mindset will be shaped too. So be very careful. I mean, toxic people are to be avoided at all costs. And you really need to know yourself as well, whether you are toxic or not. That being said, I think our network, the network that maybe it's your colleague, maybe it's your mentor or whatever, it's extremely crucial to your success, maybe even more than how much you're good at your work. Talking about work, the next one I wrote down is that the ability to control your emotions might be the most important things to your success. Because, we all know that kind of boss, right? I used to be that. I mean, I'm probably still be that boss. I mean, that you cannot control your emotions sometimes, and it makes things go downhill from that point. It does not create one single good thing. So be able to control your emotions, or at least see what when your emotions comes up. It's the first step of being more empathetic, give you more EQ, if you want, if you per se. Next one is that we really need to have the day-to-day kind of stress release plan. We cannot wait for vacation to do that. So the day-to-day stress release plan it's very crucial to the hectic work, especially for people who works a lot, right? So I do a lot of stuff. For example, short meditation is good. Box breathing is good. Or you can do breath work. There's a lot of application in your phone for that. And if you have time, you can do ice bath, which is very good as well. I'm going to go do ice bath this evening. All of this small stuff, or reading a book, all of this small stuff kinds of make you sane and and keeps you from going down that downward spiral of anxiety and sadness. The next one is that a good mentor will make a hell of a difference in your life, and you really need one or maybe a couple of them. So I'm not gonna tell you where you can find a mentor because it's totally different between people to people, but you really need one. Make sure it's a good one as well. The next one is that when it's come to work and things like all hell break loose, if nothing else really works or anything, just come back to empathy to your team, to your client, to your suppliers, and sometimes all it takes. I really can tell this because I used to be in a situation where things seem to be so hectic that you cannot find a way out. But when you think about this as the empathy point of view, it kind of solves itself. Next one I got from Ray Dalio's book, Principle. I really like it. He said about ego and blind spot, which is exactly what it is. So ego is something that you think you're so good at, and it'll drag you down. Blind spot is something you cannot see by yourself, so you need some mechanic or someone to tell you. So collecting feedback is very important. So collecting feedback will help you with the blind spot. The next one is that your reputation is the most important things. Protect it at all costs. Like Warren Buffett said, reputations, you need 20 years building it, 5 minutes to destroy it. And once destroyed, very difficult to get back. So this has to be a precaution plan to keep your reputation intact. The last one here that I jot down is that always track your health status. I have this ring here. They would track my sleep and stuff. Like your KPI at the company. If you track your health status, you already have 10,000 steps in today and stuff. It kind of make your good habit stick. I would say that. I don't remember. I think someone said what gets measured gets managed and gets done. I think that really what the point is. So track your health and track your spending. These are the two things that are important to your personal health and personal finance, of course. That's me for being a trial episode here. Next time, I promise it's going to be something more, I don't know, intellectual perhaps. I'll find something, right? I'm gonna do like maybe one episode a week that's come in English, and I gonna start because I do interview in Thai as well. So maybe next time I'm gonna do interview in English. Maybe, who knows? It might work. So thank you very much, guys. I am not sure where you're watching this YouTube from, but thank you so much. I hope we'll see you again. Goodbye. วันนี้มีเรื่องอยากจะมาขอความช่วยเหลือครับคือใครที่ฟัง Mission to the Moon บ่อยๆนะครับแต่ยังไม่ได้กด subscribe ซึ่งจริงๆเรามีเยอะมากเลยนะฮะเราดูสแตทหลังบ้านเนี่ยประมาณ 60% เลยนะหลายท่านที่ฟังให้เกียรติกับเรามากนะครับแต่ว่าเราขอแรงอีกนิดนึงนะครับเพียงกดปุ่ม subscribe ให้เรานะครับเราจะพยายามพา Mission to the Moon เนี่ยไปให้ถึง1 ล้าน subscriber ให้ได้นะครับเป็นกำลังใจพวกเราด้วยการกด subscribe ด้วยนะครับขอบคุณมากเลยนะครับอยากชวนทุกคนมาสมัครสมาชิก Mission Club YouTube Membership กันนะครับราคาเริ่มต้นเพียง50 บาทเท่านั้นเป็นกำลังใจให้กับพวกเรามากๆเลยนะครับมีสิทธิพิเศษมากมายเฉพาะสมาชิกเท่านั้นกดสมัครและอ่านรายละเอียดได้ใต้คลิปเลยนะครับมาสมัครกันเยอะๆนะครับ
Mission to the Moon. Continue with your mission.